What's going on, YouTube? This is Jamie Dottie Garza. Let's ignite the world, and I want to take it back. Flashback Friday on this Friday, and I want to go down memory lane. As many of you know, I have opened up on this channel of fighting alcohol, my addiction to alcohol. I was what I consider a functioning alcoholic during a certain time frame in my life. Upon recording this video, I am very grateful to say I am 564 days completely sober, alcohol free, and it is beautiful. It's wonderful up here. But I wanted to share this video to encourage and inspire anyone out there who may be in their younger 20s, maybe your 30s, maybe your 40s, maybe above that, and you want to quit alcohol. Luckily for me, I am in the business of video production. I've been doing video for a long time. It's like 2009, 2010. Everything's documented with me. And I was actually in my hard drives over the past few weeks, and I stumbled upon every year, all these years, and I wanted to share some of these flashbacks that I laugh at now, and I'm not happy with who I used to be. However, I wanted to share this with you guys to show. I wanted to take you back to my mindset of where I was at, what I was doing, and how I was letting alcohol control my life. With that being said, let's get it. A lot of embarrassing moments on here for me, but it has to be shown. The Holy Spirit has ignited in me, and I want to be living proof and inspire anyone out there who is on their journey or thinking about their journey of quitting alcohol. September 17th of 2017, I was 28 in this video, having a good time. I think this was a Canelo fight. Looks like I was off the Bud Light Platinum. I recall that beer getting me drunk super fast. Chilling with my family, good times. I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I was reenacting the infamous Billy Gunn line from the New Age Outlaws and Road Dogg Jesse James. You can see right now, I love making people laugh. I recall a point in my life where I felt like alcohol helped me be a better version and more funnier person, and people were more drawn to me when I drank alcohol. I didn't realize that I actually had all those traits already within me. I think I got lost with alcohol. Again, I was 28 years old when this was happening. I was freshly a father 1 year. My son was born a year prior to that, and I was just going with the motions. I wasn't deep into drinking as my previous years because I did quit in the beginning of 2016. But yeah, I've realized that alcohol was always a part of my life. I was drinking a lot more beers throughout the week. Laying off the hard liquor per se is what I was accustomed to, which you guys will see in a minute. Who is this guy right here? This is when Instagram started to become popping. I remember exactly where I was at. My girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife, we were in her apartment complex. Right now I was on them OEs, bottle of OEs, the Old English, 40 ounces. When they had the glass bottle, I know me and my boy Marcus, shout out to Marky Gold Chain, we felt like we brought back 40 ounces because it was cheap, it was malt, and it always got us lit and geeky. And this photo right here, I was 23 years old, December 2nd of 2012. I would drink like maybe a 40 ounce a day. At night especially, I used this to help me create. At this time, I just recently quit my job at Best Buy full-time, and I wanted to go full-time in video production. At this time, I was doing music videos, and I always remembered like I needed to be inebriated or drunk or have drinks in order to edit or give the best product, which was full cap. But that's where I was at in this picture right now. I was pretty fly though, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of the purchasing decisions I made was because I was intoxicated. So I would buy useless things that I wish I could go back now and save my money. Okay, so, oh man, young, dumb, you know the rest. I'm telling you, I was really about that life, y'all. I'm showing it right now. This was October 16th of 2015. I believe this was my half birthday, so I was 26 years old. I was out celebrating with some friends. We went to a place in Woodbridge, and after this, actually, this picture, I remember we went to a haunted house. But after this picture, I don't remember anything. Like, I was trying to be cool, take some pics, take some heat, and I fell outside the place. And after that, I remember I had a bottle of Hennessy in the passenger side, in the back actually, and I was drinking my pint, I should say. I remember prior, I was pre-gaming though. I was already off another pint or fifth of Hennessy. That was my drink of choice. And this one, I'm just letting alcohol guide me. You know, I had no cares. Like, I was single. I didn't have no kids. I was an entrepreneur. I was making my own schedule. Felt like I was on top of the world. Ego, it drove my ego. When I look at this, I'm just like, man, I'm happy I am not this person now. Good times. Was it good times? Maybe. I don't know. That's debatable, actually. This right here. This is a classic photo. This photo was October 11th of 2015, actually a few days prior to my half birthday, which you guys just saw. That good old dog water. I was a faithful Hennessy drinker. This was a fifth. I used to go through like maybe 4 or 5 fifths a week. I remember in my peak times when I was drinking a lot. And I didn't think I was an alcoholic. You know, I was getting money. I was handling my responsibilities. I didn't think I was alcoholic. I just thought it was fun. You know, kept me sane, kept me at peace. Peace, right? Look at here. I think I'm playing Call of Duty. I was big into gaming, so it was always a good experience. Getting lit, talking online, talking trash, playing Call of Duty, leveling up. You know, if you know, you know. I was 26 in this picture. And there in the background, in the bed, my girlfriend, but my now wife. So shout out to my wife for rocking with me, and she's seen it all, so she can attest to this journey and how much God has saved my life and delivered me and had me overcome this addiction to alcohol. That's why I've been clean for over 564 days. Shout out to you, baby. She's seen it all. I wasn't a nice person. I was off and on. People loved me. I thought they did, but I was often very mean with my words. I had no filter whatsoever. But in this picture, I'm looking happy, right? So, wow, what a flashback. I'm telling you, when I say I was an alcoholic, I'm telling you guys, there's no cap in this. This right here, I remember I was living at my mom's house. This is before I moved into my apartment, which you saw in the other previous picture. But this right here was February 7th of 2015. I was 25 going on 26, I believe. And this was cool for me. This was a flex for me, like saving all the empty bottles of Hennessy. As you can see, it's a lot of fifths, a lot of pints. You might see some half a mans, as my boy Deuce used to say. Half a man, that's a half a gallon. You see that in the cut, but this was normal. It looks like Deuce was there. I was a brown liquor fanatic. I used to say this quote, I love my women like I love my liquor. Brown, right? That was my drink of choice. I could handle it. I was never incoherent. I was good with my speech, I thought. I was just smooth with it. I could control my emotions, I thought, as well, but really I was just drowning my emotions for whatever reason. And I look at this and I immediately think, dang, look how much money I wasted. Just pouring it down. Now, only sip regular water. Wow, this is crazy though. As we continue to move on, this right here, this was, I believe, August 1st of 2015. So I was 26 years old. I like that. I miss that shirt. I wish I still had that shirt. Big worm, big perm. But right here, I remember clear as day. I was flexing for the internet. I believe I was in Miami. I think this is when Future's album just dropped around there. Dirty Sprite too. That was a vibe. I remember that whole summer. It was just getting lit summer. A lot of drinking, of course, as you see right there. I was drinking like crazy in Miami. You guys, my boy Rocky. Shout out to him. He made sure I was straight because he always stays sober. He's been about this life, right? But thank you, bro, for always looking over me. But that's what my lifestyle was. And I see that picture, and that's what I see. You guys see like my eyes being covered. That's how I felt. I just put a bottle to my face, man. I was so reliant on a bottle. Like how crazy is that to make y'all sound like that ain't solving no problems. This ain't solving no problems. You gotta be a man and conquer it yourself. Oh, this is special right here. This is January 1st, 2016. So this was the New Year's, and actually this was the day before New Year's. That's a whole another story. I acted a fool that night. I'm embarrassed by that night. As you can see, my girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife, she's about to leave my life at this point, y'all. Like, this was a bad night. And you can already tell, I had 2/5 in my hand, and I'm already super lit before 11. I remember blacking out almost. I was coherent. I did some stupid things I don't want to share right now, but I almost lost my best friend in a big fight. And he was also a best man at my wedding. And I also almost lost my wife. She wasn't pregnant at the time, but she was about to leave me. You know, upon this, I felt very entitled to alcohol, so I was very cocky. I was cheating a lot. I was just being manipulative, just being toxic. I mean, if I'm being honest. But this night, she went through my phone. I was in so many girls' DMs and texting, and she found all of it. I didn't know where my phone was because I'm looking crazy, man. Like, my mind's crazy. I remember even saying aloud, like, I got so sad. Like, I just felt everything crumbling at the time. And I remember I wanted to end my life. And it was just dirty. The next day, reality set in, and she told me she was going to leave. And I remember just making one last moment to reach out. I said I was going to make some ramen noodles for us. Well, it worked. That was my last throwaway. She's about to be gone. And a few weeks later, I found out she was pregnant with my son Carter, who is now 7. And that's when everything started to shift for me as I was embarking on about to be 27 years old, a father. I remember quitting alcohol completely that January of 2016 after I got the news. And I was more of a periodic drinker. I wasn't drinking as heavy. Well, I remember even my brother-in-law, he told me who is now my brother-in-law, her brother at the time told me I was not be fit to be a parent, and all I did was drink. I was an alcoholic. And that hurt me, man, because I didn't want to be, that stung me. And to this day, I always reflect back on that because I don't want to be that person who's an alcoholic. I didn't want to be, and to this day, I don't want to be someone who is in that category of being an alcoholic. The Lord was with me. I wasn't even fully giving myself to the Lord, but you see a rosary around my neck, like, what the heck? I wasn't even believing, but obviously I believed something, and shout out to God's grace. That's crazy to reflect back on. Another one, thinking I'm cool. This is like my birthday of April 17th, 2015. I go back to New York. I miss this jersey. I don't know where it's at. This is a Chris Jericho jersey, but you see, I got the half a gallon. I was with my wife, my now wife. We went out to New York for a good 3 days. She could attest, I had that whole gallon finished before we came back to Virginia in them 2-3 days. Wow. I was so reliant on this. And this was the flex for me, just holding it like a baby. The heck was wrong with me, y'all? What was wrong with me? Why didn't someone stop me? Here I'm thinking I'm cool. I used to post these type of photos on Facebook too. Lord have baby Jesus, Lord. This is music video days. This is like 2011. Shout out to Do Baby. I was super fresh. Obviously I believed in God at this point too. You saw the rosary around my neck. I was a walking contradiction. I was lukewarm, but I'm having a good old time. This is like I'm 22 years old. 21, 22 years old, doing music videos for the hottest DC rap group out at the time, the Slutty Boys. I'm on a high level. I just quit Best Buy. I'm making money doing my dream. I'm making it work, making it shake, building a buzz. Trista's Cinemas, this is what it is right here. The lifestyle. A lot of the lifestyle traits I took from being in the rap industry and that environment was a lot of alcohol, a lot of drugs. It just came with it. I felt like more people like being around me when I was intoxicated and drunk. And close this out. This was the last day in my apartment in a bachelor pad before I moved in and we had our baby. And It's the family I have now who's been rocking with me. This was June 6th of 2016. I was 27, but I kid you not, this was like over $5,000 worth of alcohol. Waste of money, first of all. I really thought this was a flex. I know for a fact that when my mom came or my stepdad or whoever came in, they'd probably be shaking their head. I'm sure my friends at the time, they might thought it was cool. And this was decoration for me, y'all. This was decoration. What I thought was great moments at that time, maybe it was, but man, it was just a waste of energy and time spent on drinking. I recall like I always had these ideas. Those ideas were always in me. That creativity was always in me. The gift and blessings of making people laugh and being fun and hang around, it's already always been in me. This was just a crutch. And what made it worse with my drinking addiction, it made me want to smoke more cigarettes. So I was just slowly but surely killing myself. I remember a point in my life where I felt I would have never make it to 30 years old. Like I thought I was gonna be gone from this world. So I never really planned past now. So at 34, I look back now and I'm like, wow, I'm just so blessed and grateful that God has delivered me. I've seen the light. I'm being an example for my kids, and hopefully I can be of hope and inspire anyone out there who maybe gone through something similar and never realized you're an alcoholic, or you may want to be putting the bottle down. But seeing reflection pieces like this is what really like keeps me grounded, and I'm just so much more thankful. I'm not happy with who I used to be, but I'm so grateful who I'm becoming, and letting God just take over my life and just being sober and staying sober minded. My decisions are more punctual. I don't make stupid mistakes. I mean everything. I live more peaceful. This is a peace right here. And just being comfortable in my own mind and my own spirit, and not needing to be addicted to anything that make me happy. My family, definitely, my wife especially, she been with me in the trench. She definitely sees the difference and loves this new version of me. I know my family does, my kids do, leading as example. I know my community, I'm a better leader, I'm a better entrepreneur, I'm a better person to them because of this. And overall, here we go. I wanted to share the glory with you guys. So, hey, this is Flashback Friday. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know, because I got hard drives of everything I'm talking about, who I used to be. I'm the change now. I'm in this 564 days sober. I hope this helps somebody. Let's ignite the world. Let's be the best versions of man, of who we are intended to be, and not let these addictions hold us down. We're better than this, all right? Y'all stay blessed by the best.